What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to be taking you from beginning to end on how I slayed this wig that's on my head. So a little bit of specs about the wig. First of all, I got it from Beauty Forever Hair, and this is a 13x4 lace front wig. It is 26 inches and 180% density. Now, you guys are going to see me pluck this wig, bleach this wig, wash it, all that good stuff, and I'm going to even show you how to fix it if you mess up. Now, a few things about the quality of this hair thus far. I've only had it for about 3 days now. I say that for 180% density, this feels really thick. Like, I go as far to say about 200, 250 sort of deal. It's very thick for 180% density. And also, on top of that, it's 26 inches. However, feels more like a 28, 30. So they do give you a lot. And I'll say with tax, this cost me $271.22. So it's actually very affordable for a wig this long, this thick. Based off my initial review of it, I say go for it. However, in about a month or two, I will be coming back to you guys and telling you how I feel about it, all the specs, all that good stuff. So stay tuned for that, and let's get into the video.
Yeah, get into it.
Alright y'all, so we're starting off with the quick blue bleach, and I actually got 2 packs of that. And then after that, you're going to put in your developer. And this I used 40 volume developer, but that's because I was remaking the video because I lost the footage. In the original video, I only used 30 volume developer. And basically, you're just going to mix the crap out of this stuff until it's like a toothpastey consistency. So as you can see right now, I'm just cutting open the package to put the bleach in there. I do not measure, you guys. I just go ahead and put the bleach in there, and then after that, I add as much bleach as I need to get the consistency that I want.
Beats on the track. On the track.
Once again, you want a toothpastey consistency, and I'll show you guys what that looks like, and it should look something like this. After mixing up all the bleach, went ahead, put my wig on a wig head, and started applying the bleach to the wig. You guys, about this, you have to be careful. You have to be careful not to push the bleach in too deep, and I'm pretty sure that's what I did, but once again, I'm going to show you how to fix it. So, you just lay that bleach on there, put it on, make sure you get it thick, don't push too hard, but you need to be pushing hard enough that it actually, gets to knots. So be gentle, but not too gentle. And after I finish putting the bleach over the entire wig, it's frontal, that's when I go ahead and set a timer. Now, since I'm using 30 volume developer, I went ahead and I put the timer on 10 minutes, and every 10 minutes I came back to check what it looked like. You need to take the wig off the wig head and look at the knots, part it so you can see if it's finished bleaching or not. Depending on what complexion you are, will determine what type of knots that you want. If you want just more like a brownish type of knots, you're not going to leave it on, as long as someone who's more of a lighter complexion and needs really light blonde knots. This is me showing you guys the hair after 10 minutes. And as you can see, the bleach ran over onto the hair and didn't just bleach the knots, but bleached some of the roots too. The problem was that because of this, the knots still weren't bleached, even though some of the hair was. So I still had to leave the bleach on for about 15 to 20 minutes and then did the damage control later. After I got the bleaching all out of the way, I went ahead and I washed out the bleach. Now, some people like to use purple shampoo to get rid of some of the brassiness that might come from bleaching the hair. However, I did not because it's not necessary. But you can do that. I just used regular shampoo and conditioner and just rinsed out the bleach as best as I could because you really want to neutralize that bleach so you can get it to stop processing.
Grease on the track, track.
Now we're moving on to damage control. This is probably going to be the easiest step. I just got a regular box dye from the dollar store in brown black because that was closest to the hair that I had. Basically I just followed the instructions on the box and mixed it up.
Grease on the track, track.
Something similar to this. I don't know if it's an eyebrow brush or what it might be, but I got it from the dollar store. Other people prefer to use spoolies to do this, but I think I like this better. So you're going to go ahead and dip the brush end of that tool or your spoolie in the hair dye. Don't get too much because you don't want it to get on the lace. And you're going to brush through the roots of your hair. You're going to part and brush, part and brush, part and brush, until you've gotten all the way through the frontal. Now all of those over bleached hairs are gone. And then you're just going to let it sit for however long the box dye says. So let it sit, and you're going to rinse this out. After I rinsed it out, I went ahead and let it air dry, and I decided to style it. So I'm done rinsing it out, and at this point it's time to do a little bit of plucking. So I'm not going to do too much plucking because this frontal is really already pre-plucked. However, pre-plucked does never mean plucked enough. So going in, plucking, parting, pluck. I'll show you guys what this looks like probably in fast pace. However, I'm not the plucking queen. If you want to go to somebody who has a really good plucking video on how to pluck your frontal, I will link one down below. But yeah, that's basically all I'm doing. And then after this, I'm going to let my hair air dry, and then I'm going to style it.
On the track, track.
So before I can put my wig on, I have to make sure that everything is kept underneath. So I'm going ahead, I already have my wig cap on, but to make the wig cap better match my skin, I'm going to put my foundation color all over the wig cap. Some people do the bald cap method. I personally do not prefer it because I feel like it's a little extra, but you can do that as well. But I'm just going to go ahead and put the wig cap on, throw the foundation over it, and then put the wig on over that. Also, another good way that I almost forgot to mention is that you guys should also put your foundation color on your wig. So I'm just going in and I'm putting that all over my wig because the whole goal is to make sure it matches and blends into your skin perfectly. After you finish putting on the foundation on, at this point we can finally put this wig on our heads, y'all. This took a long time. It took a lot of effort for us to get here, but we have made it. So I'm just going to put this wig on my head, and then after this I can go in and cut off the ear tabs. I like to do this before I start gluing stuff down and everything because the ear tabs are just a lot of things to work with. They aren't the easiest part of doing this. So I'm just going in, I'm checking everything, making sure it's straight, lined up where I want it to be, and then I'm parting where my ear is, and I'm going ahead and cutting that part off so it's not any overlap.
Please on the track.
After the ear tabs are cut, I'm just going ahead and I'm cutting the excess lace off. So I'm just going to cut all the way around my head to go ahead and cut this lace off. And then I'm going to get myself together.
Please on the track.
Figuring out where I want my part to be at, and I'm just looking at the frontal overall and seeing how it's going to look if I go ahead and glue it down. So that's a good tip to make sure you know what your wig is fixing to look like before you glue that thing down, because once I've done all this, rather than just cutting it and gluing it, I realized I want to pluck this some more. I want to do a little bit of this, a little bit of that, So I'm going to go in before I pluck with some water in a spray bottle and just spray that all over my hair. Then after that, we're going to pluck some more.
Please on the track.
Y'all, we have made it to the grand finale of this wig application. Not the grand finale of this video, but the wig application. So finally ready to put that glue on our forehead and glue that sucker down. Y'all, I didn't show you in the video, I didn't put it up there explicitly, but I do use bold hold glue. However, all of the products that I used in this video will be linked down below, so you won't even have to worry about it too much, even if you didn't catch it. Now, after gluing this down, I did about 2 or 3 layers, and I'm just taking the glue, putting little dots all over my forehead, then taking the end of my rat tail comb and just smoothing it out. You want these layers to be thin, otherwise you're going to have uneven glue that doesn't want to dry. It's really annoying to deal with when you have that issue. So make sure you make your layers thin, wait for them to dry fully before putting another over top.
Please on the track.
you're going to apply this wig a little bit past your glue, if not directly on it. It helps the wig from sliding, you guys. So make sure it doesn't have to be, don't put it underneath or behind the glue, because when you do that, first of all, it makes for a very messy experience. Secondly, your wig is more prone to sliding back. You don't want that. You don't want to slide a wig. It's not cute. It's not right. We're better than that. So after putting that wig on and putting it over the glue or directly on it, you're going to find that there are some places where the glue didn't really stick to the frontal, or vice versa. So in those areas, that's when you're going to go ahead and you're going to get some more of that glue, put it there, and glue those pieces down. Nothing too serious, maybe a little tedious, but it's worth it because the hassle of cleaning up glue off of your wig is horrendous. Also, good tip for making sure it's really, in there and it's down on your head is to take the end of your comb and just press it into the glue really well. Wouldn't recommend using your hands or your fingers or anything like that, because when you do, the oil from your finger mixes with the glue and it makes it have like this residue that's just not cute. After getting everything glued down nice, right, and tight, it's time to do what we do best, and that's these baby hairs, y'all. The baby hairs is what makes or breaks this thing. So going in with some Eco Styler gel to do my baby hairs, and I'm just swooping, the flick of the wrist, going crazy, as you guys can see, and just handling that. After doing my baby hairs, I always like to get some got to be glued spray and spray it over the top of my frontal. I feel like it just makes everything lay better, makes everything flat and nice and cohesive. So I go ahead and do that. Don't put too much, because once you put too much got to be glue spray, it gives you this right residue, this chalky type ashy feel that once again isn't cute. There's a lot of ways to go wrong with this, y'all, so just be careful. Then we're just going to get our scarf, wrap that around our frontal, and let that sit for a while. I let mine sit for a good 20 to 30 minutes before I decide to take it off, just to make sure everything is, blended and melted into our skin. After I took the head wrap off, I'm just going in and I'm plucking some more because I don't like the way it looks. Y'all, the thing about plucking is, of course people do it on the wig heads, but I do not like to do a lot of plucking on my wig heads because it usually isn't enough. It just usually isn't enough, and when it's on my head, I can figure out how exactly I want to make this look. So that's another good tip. Don't do the majority of your plucking on your wig head. Do it on your actual head after you've glued it down and it's secure. Wouldn't recommend doing it if your glue isn't dry or any of that stuff, because 9 times out of 10 it's going to pull your wig back. So make sure your glue is dry and all of that, and then go in and pluck some more to your liking. But that is not it. That's not all we have left, y'all. Just as bad as I felt, that wasn't all. So we have to actually style this to bring it to life. I'm using the L'Oreal Sleek It Iron Straight Heat Spray on my hair. It does something. I don't know what it does, but I use it every single time. Even when I wand my hair, I use this stuff. It just sleeks it. And that's it. That's all. So I'm putting that all through the hair. And then for each section, I'm going to go in with some oil. And I use the argan oil, and I just feels like it gives a nice shine to the hair. So I'm just going to let this ride out, let y'all see how the process went for me straightening my hair. Wasn't really much to it, just took it section by section. Then at the end, I'll make sure to give you a warm goodbye. out, y'all. So I guess that's it. I'm feeling laid and slayed, and I hope y'all learned something from this. And y'all will see me in the next one. Bye.
Put your hands